The long-running public inquiry into what has been called the worst treatment disaster in NHS history has ended, almost 5 years after it began. Tens of thousands of patients were infected with HIV and hepatitis C through contaminated blood products imported from the US during the 1970s and 80s. Sky's Sadia Chowdhury reports.
The birth of her first child, but Michelle didn't know at the time that in just a few days, doctors would give her infected blood, leaving a deadly virus swimming inside of her.
I didn't know then, at that time, at the age of 22, that I'd been given a death sentence for committing no crimes, because at the end of 2015, I found out by chance that, in fact, the blood that was there to save my life contained hepatitis C.
Michelle's fight isn't over, even if the inquiry into the infected blood scandal is.
It is described as the worst treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. Thousands of people were infected with HIV and hepatitis C. Many died, 500 of them since the start of this inquiry.
Among the dead, 74 schoolmates of Richard Warwick, infected when the boarding school they attended ran experimental treatment on students without informed consent.
It was just devastating. And the fact that the college was used to run trials on the boys using different types of medication, they were effectively purposefully infected.
Evidence has been heard for 4.5 years, sometimes from prominent politicians. But many key witnesses have been missing, either died or too unwell to attend an inquiry taking place decades after the event.
I have written to the Paymaster General to inform him of my intention to make a further interim report about the framework for compensation. I anticipate that I'll be in a position to do so before Easter, if not earlier.
For long-time campaigners like Colette, this pressure on the government is key.
For many, this has been cathartic. For me, it is a relief to have got to the point now where all that evidence and the allegations that we presented to the police, to the government, to the doctors, the politicians, has been heard at this inquiry. And I hope from that Sir Brian can only reach one possible conclusion.
The chairman's report is due to be published in the autumn. Sadia Chowdhury, Sky News, at the infected blood inquiry in London.